On May 4th, 2005, Laurie Leonard dropped her two young sons off at school. She was supposed to pick them up the next morning at her sister's house, but she never showed up. Sensing something was wrong, her sister contacted the police, who went to check Laurie's new apartment. She had recently moved to the small town of Chittenango, New York, from Syracuse with her two sons. Upon arrival, police spotted Laurie's car outside. There were still a lot of unpacked boxes inside the home, but everything seemed completely normal. The police entered Laurie's bedroom. A female shoe was on the sheetless mattress, and its match could not be located. The 33-year-old was nowhere to be found, and with no signs of a struggle or foul play, police had no leads to go on. They checked her phone and bank records, but there had been no activity on them since her disappearance. Detectives soon learnt that the single mother had been using dating websites, and along with her family were concerned that she may have met up with someone with bad intentions. On the day she went missing, Laurie informed her family that she was going to drive to Albany to pick up baseball tickets from an unnamed man. She said she had met the man during her previous job at a casino. Investigators identified the man as a corporate executive through his email communications with Laurie. They visited his house, and he denied having an affair and that the meeting was completely innocent. He revealed that Laurie never showed up that day, and he assumed that she had just blown him off. Detectives found that Laurie had made contact with a number of men using the dating site, and they conducted numerous interviews, but there were no solid leads to go on, and Laurie Leonard's whereabouts remained a mystery. On July 24, 2005, over 2 months after the disappearance of Laurie Leonard, a fisherman on the Champlain Canal noticed a shiny object below the water. Intrigued, the man attached it to his boat and brought it to shore. It was a 4-foot-long toolbox. Believing that he had discovered some sort of treasure, he opened the box. Inside was the badly decomposed body of a young woman, as well as an ID card with the name Laurie Leonard. Her hands and feet were bound, and her face was wrapped with duct tape, like a mummy. A bandana was stuffed in her mouth to suffocate her. Her body was wrapped in a comforter from her bed. Also in the toolbox were her car keys, purse, and the match to the shoe found by police on the day she had disappeared. Laurie's cause of death was asphyxiation by strangulation. She had also been sexually assaulted. Family members revealed to police that an ex-boyfriend of Laurie's, who had been helping her move into her apartment, always wore bandanas. Sean Doyle had dated Laurie for a brief period, but when he started to become possessive, Laurie ended the relationship. They remained friendly, and Doyle was the last known person to see Laurie before she disappeared. Police had already spoken to him early in the investigation, and at that time he was wearing a bandana that was the exact same design and colour as the bandana in Laurie's mouth. Detectives discovered that Doyle had a history of violence towards women, including an incident where he tied his then-girlfriend's hands with duct tape and had stuffed a bandana in her mouth. He was in the process of binding her feet when the woman's mother stopped the attack. He had threatened another girlfriend with scissors, cut her hair, and tried to restrain her. Doyle denied owning a toolbox, but investigators quickly found that he had purchased a toolbox a week before Laurie went missing. A neighbour of Doyle's also told police that she had seen the toolbox in the back of his truck, and then a week later, it was gone. A week after Laurie's disappearance, Doyle had removed the bed liner on his truck. Investigators were able to find the location of the liner, and after forensic examination found hairs consistent to that of Laurie's. Duct tape found in his home was also consistent with the duct tape used to wrap Laurie's head. The sand tubes used to weigh the toolbox down into the water had the same lot numbers as the sand tubes in Doyle's home. Finally, the most crucial piece of evidence was the key found in Doyle's truck. It had a serial number on it that matched that of the serial number on the toolbox. In January of 2006, Sean Doyle was found guilty of murdering Laurie Leonard and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. The 30-year-old was called arrogant by the judge as he smirked through much of the court hearing. Detectives would later state that if the toolbox had not miraculously risen to the surface, there would be no telling how many other women could have fallen victim to Sean Doyle.